what is going on, everybody? Vincent here. I hope you like the intro. If it's on the video, I may have actually removed it due to copyright issues, but hopefully you saw the intro. I'm joined here with my boy Daniel Greenwood. Say hello.
Hello.
Right, so I'm going to be doing a joint review today because I just want to be a company because I'm bored. I'm sorry about lack of reviews on the channel. I'm sorry about lack of channel content. I'll do a proper video sometime this week. I'm sorry about the fan in the background. It is absolutely boiling in the UK right now, and I've had to shut my windows due to kids outside. So I hope you do apologise for the noise. But yeah, we're going to talk about Money in the Bank, which is probably up there in my top 3 favourite pay-per-views of the year. I did really like WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, but I think this pay-per-view was actually really, really good.
Yeah. I liked it. I think it was really good.
There's only really one bad moment, and it's not the moment you're thinking of. I'm going to see your opinion on this, Dan. We're just going to go through the card, speak about it, speak about our reaction, speak about good. The first thing I do want to speak about is how fucking good it is to have fans back.
I love it. I think that's what it was missing. I feel like that's what the other pay-per-view was missing because, I'm not going to be randomly, they were fairly bad pay-per-views, but at least I can say on those ones that you just missed something. And it had to be the crowd because it didn't really feel like it could have been anything else.
Especially since after WrestleMania, the pay-per-views, they've not sucked, but they've sucked. WrestleMania Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash, Hell in the Cell, they just weren't good. WrestleMania had some fans, it was good. I like WrestleMania. I also like Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber because they're special. But Fastlane wasn't just awful. I feel like if this was in the Thunderdome, it would not have been as good as it was.
They need to get rid of that pay-per-view, just make it something else. I don't know what, but it needs to be something new. Really, it really does.
But anyway, the actual card on the kickoff show, we did have the Usos. It was Usos versus the Mysterios for the tag team championships. How did you like this match?
I really did like this match. I can understand why they put it on the pre-show because they need to get people invested. But at the same time, that really should have been on the main card because it was just a nice match. I enjoyed watching it anyway. I don't know about a lot of people, but I liked watching it.
I wouldn't know. I fell asleep, so I can't really think about it. I'm not saying it was boring. I was just really tired. I was up till 4 a.m. the early morning. Well, because
to be honest, that was the same with me.
Well, because in the UK, the show doesn't start till midnight. The pre-show starts at midnight. And I've been up to 4 a.m. the past morning watching Slammiversary for Impact.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely knackered. I stayed up to watch the entire show of Slammiversary because I bought it on Friday. I was getting my money out of it. Obviously, I fell asleep halfway through watching the Usos Mysterio match. I did watch the rest of the show in the morning, but I didn't watch this match again. So I wouldn't really know. But I did watch the last minute, and the Usos did win. They're your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. 100% the right move. No offense, but I never really got onto the Mysterios as Tag Team Champions. I think they just did it so they could say they had a father and son Tag Team Champion. But personally, I think Ziggler and Rude were better. But yet again, the Usos with the belts, along with Roman, this is good stuff. You can't really get more out of it, if I'm honest with you.
I'm really happy that they've given Roman the championship. And I'm going to wait until we talk about Edge and Mr. Comeback Man and all of that. But I'll talk about what I want to talk about Roman later because they do have something that might ruffle some feathers. But it isn't that I hate him. But we'll get onto it later.
Right, so, again, that was the kickoff show. I feel like they could have put the Raw Tag title on the kickoff show instead, but because, yet again, I don't really like titles changing hands, but anyway, the first match of the main card was the women's controversial Money in the Bank ladder match. Ladder match.
No.
Right.
Why?
Right, the competitors in this match were Natalya, Noah's main event Tamina, Nikki Ash, Alexa Bliss, who else? Naomi, Liv Morgan, there's some other people, I forgot the names. Who else was in it? Asuka was in it, and right, you know who was in it? I think I said them all. Basically, so there's Zelina Vega, that was important. This was started off as the Alexa Bliss mind games game. She was trying to control the briefcase down, and that just didn't work. She managed to control Zelina Vega for a bit, but they just didn't bring anything of Alexa Bliss. She was a bit useless in this match, I thought.
I mean, that's a shame because I really thought they were going to do something with her, maybe, you know, like all the ladders. They had an opportunity to do something.
No. Well, no. They literally had her buried and we never saw her again. They buried her with ladders and that was it for her.
Yeah. I mean, out of all people to do that with, why Alexa?
I mean, I know why they did it, but to me there was, no offense, a big person. They could have done it with her, and that's how they tried to fight it, but you know what it is. Also, I feel like this was the perfect opportunity to bring back the Fiend. The perfect opportunity.
Yeah, now, I know I didn't really like the James Ellsworth and Carmelo Stephanie did the first ever match, but that could have been cool if you did it with the Fiend, maybe. I don't know.
But if you go back to WrestleMania, Alexa Bliss betrayed the Fiend, and that's pretty sure that's the last time we saw him. So they could have had the Fiend come, cost Alexa the match, kidnap her or do something, and then you had the winner win from that. Because Alexa Bliss wasn't involved in the finish whatsoever. I think it was Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan were the only two not involved in that finish. So.
Oh no, Liv Morgan was on the ladder, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I think there was 6 on the ladder. But yeah, there was 6 on the ladder and they took together. So I don't think Liv Morgan was the one there. But yeah, at the end there was 6 women on the ladder. 5 of them were brawling it out with each other. That's when Nikki Ash comes up, grabs the briefcase, runs there, and Nikki Ash or Nikki Cross, whatever you want to call her, is Miss Money in the Bank 2021. What do you think about this?
Jesus Christ. I didn't think it would happen so soon. She was one of the people that she was one of the first people that I 100% ruled out. Because I felt like it would be either like Liv Morgan or I don't know.
See,
There's something about it. I'm probably going to get used to it.
I predicted Liv Morgan because I wanted Liv Morgan to win. But I thought maybe to give it to Bliss, maybe Asuka. But she was one of the few I ruled out. I think I just ruled her and Zelina Vega and Tamina and Natalia. Those 4 I said, oh, I'm not winning it. And Nikki won it. And originally my reaction, I was just bamboozled because it was such a shock. Such a shock. I can understand if they gave it to Asuka. To be honest, I'd be more pissed if they gave it to Asuka. Because at least Nikki is no. People are hating on this. People are saying Nikki doesn't deserve it. Sure, Liv Morgan deserved it more, but Nikki Cross also deserves it. She's killing this new gimmick, despite what some people say. She's doing great. I'd rather her win it than Alexa Bliss, and she does not need it whatsoever. Sure, I'd rather Liv Morgan or Naomi win it, but I don't care. I think in the long run this could be great. I hope she becomes Raw Women's Champion, considering what happens later on in the night. So.
The only problem is I don't think that she's actually going to have a successful cash-in.
Yes, I mean, I can hope, but it depends who the champion is, and right now it's not looking good. But, so, I think, that was that for the Women's Money in the Bank match. Next up was, I forget, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. But yeah, it was the Viking Raiders going up against the champions AJ Styles and Omos. How do you rate this? How do you rate this match?
It was Styles and Omos,
Yeah, it was just there. I feel like the only reason they didn't put us in the kickoff show because they didn't really want AJ Styles in the kickoff show. I think that was the only reason they didn't put it in the kickoff show. But yeah, this match was alright. I didn't think the Viking Raiders would win because I personally think the Viking Raiders. I don't think they should put the titles on them right now. I just don't think they suit them. AJ Styles and Omos won them at Mania. There's nothing more you can really say. I feel like in the draft, the Viking Raiders should probably go over to SmackDown and change the division there. I feel like they would suit over on SmackDown, the Viking Raiders. They've done everything they can on Raw. Go over to SmackDown and become champion. AJ Styles and Omos could probably feud with Rick to Row into SummerSlam now. Done and dusted.
I think Viking Raiders could be possibly a good team to maybe knock off the Usos. Not right now, of course.
Well, maybe in the future, say Rumble, Viking Raiders beat Usos. That's just something to think about. But anyway, nothing more to say about this. Let's move on to the next match. Wait, it was. I think I may have missed the match. I think it's the Raw Women's title match.
Yes, I believe it is.
No. Yeah. No, it's the WWE. It's the WWE title match. That was first. It was Big Bad Bobby Trashley Lashley versus Kofi Queenston, 1-on-1. Weirdly, Lashley did have MVP, but Kofi didn't have Xavier Woods come out to the ring with him, which I was just a bit. Why? Woods beat Lashley on Raw. I mean, he was a bit of a blow, but I think everyone knew that Lashley would win here. Kofi's just been a bit of a stepping stone there to Lashley's opponent at SummerSlam. But consider what happened later in the night, I really think this was good. But yeah, basically, Bobby Lashley did a Brock Lesnar. It wasn't as short as time as Kofi lost to Brock, but he got destroyed.
I think it was 10 minutes.
It was a couple of minutes this match was. Kofi didn't get any offense in. He rolled up at the beginning, got a near fall. That was it. Bobby absolutely dismantled him.
Exactly. He did say he was going to do that, but it's nice to see him follow up on his plans.
So, yeah, this was good, despite people saying, oh, Kofi's dead. Kofi's buried. He just lost to probably one of the most dominant people in current WWE. So, I say round of applause, and this is good storytelling. Bobby Lashley's probably going to go out to Raw now and beat the crap out of Xavier Woods and knock them off. And considering what we could talk about in a couple of minutes, this is great. Nothing more to say. I do like Bobby as a WWE champion. I'm so glad they moved him away from the Drew McIntyre feud. He is so much better not in that Drew McIntyre feud. Because that was...
I just need to wait to see what happens.
This New Day feud is just better. As long as they don't drag this New Day feud all the way to Survivor Series, we're good. We don't want another repeat of that. But anyway, moving on. Now on the Raw Women's title match, it was Rhea Ripley taking Charlotte Flair for the 50th time. What I've been calling the female feud of the Bobby Lashley Drew McIntyre feud of this year. And this match, I didn't watch it, so...
If you want to hear my stuff, so I think that they already knew that no one knew to shit about this match. So I think it's safe to say that they tried to make it look as brutal as possible, which they did. It wasn't a match that made me sit there honestly eagerly, but they did look like they were absolutely battered and bruised by the end of it. But Rhea did come out on top. Or I can't remember because I did fall asleep right before the end of the match happened.
See, I watched this. Yeah, I watched this match in the morning. I woke up at 6. I finished by about 8:15. So this match was in the middle, and it was a bit like, okay, Rhea's gonna win. Just fast forward this. Fast forward to the end. Charlotte's champion. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
I know. Because I woke up this morning and I saw it on my Twitter. Everyone was being absolutely pissed.
Because they've done this the feud since WrestleMania. It's the only feud that Rhea Ripley's had as champion. Look over on SmackDown. Bianca Belair's been killing against SmackDown Women's Champion. She's been feuding Bayley, Carmella. She's just going to go on to other feuds. But Rhea Ripley, she's been putting this feud with Charlotte Flair, and it just feels so forced. And now Charlotte's champion, they don't need the belt on Charlotte. They don't.
Exactly.
Charlotte, I do like Charlotte, I'll say that. She's not my favourite, but I do like her. But not with the title on her.
Exactly. It's just, whenever she has to steal it, it always feels like she's like, not just winning it, it feels more like she's stealing it from someone, in a way.
Because she's always taking it off deserving wrestlers. And Rhea Ripley's reign was too short, so that was bullshit. This is personally the only thing I don't like on the pay-per-view. I do prefer the Nikki Cross winning Money in the Bank, definitely over this. So, yeah, this was just... Maybe the match was really good, because I didn't watch it. Tell me if the match was good or not. But, I don't know, the result always counts, because it's the last thing you see, and this was not it. This was not it. I hope Rhea Ripley gets her revenge at SummerSlam and that'll be it, but, you know, end of that. So, I think next was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and the women's match was good, but this, combined the result, was flipping
amazing.
No, this match, straight out the gate, there was no warming up, it was just utter chaos. I think, I wouldn't have been mad if 6 of these 8 people won. The only people who didn't want to win were Drew McIntyre and Riddle, for reasons.
Yeah, I saw Riddle coming for that.
Because I predicted Big E to win because I would really like Big E to win. I also really like John Morris to win. Ricochet I'd like. Seth Rollins I'd like. Kevin Owens I'd like.
I really win.
So
It's a shame.
it's a situation of great because John Morrison was just killing it in this match. So was Ricochet. They're just proving that even though they've been buried on for the past year, when they're given a chance to shine, they can shine.
Exactly. I didn't have any doubt that Morrison was going to win this. I mean, I did have doubts, sorry. But I didn't see him winning it. But I'm just so glad that he wasn't, because he's always been one of my favourite wrestlers. And seeing him do this stuff again reminds me of what he can do. And I hope that WWE push him forward like this, because if they bury him again, I don't know what I'll do.
So a good point in the match was when I was a bit worried that Drew McIntyre was going to win because, to be honest, I'd rather Riddle win than Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre with the briefcase would have been the uttermost disaster of the world. He doesn't need the thing. So luckily, the entrance of this feud with Jinder Mahal, him and his Scrolls came down, beat the shit out of him, and he was gone. They literally kidnapped him, which was good. Drew McIntyre was taken out of this match. That was when the match got good. At this moment, as long as Riddle didn't win, I didn't care who won. It was so many scenes. People climbed the ladder, but then someone else would come and pull them down. Still so many near cases. But oh my god, he could win. Oh my god, he could win. And in the end, it was Seth Rollins and Big E. Big E dropped Rollins with the big end off the ladder. My prediction won. Big E is Mr. Money in the Bank. How do you feel?
That was great. I'm happy that he's Money in the Bank. But I think that if he has to do it, I think he should cash in more on Lashley more than Roman.
Right. Yeah. This is what I wanted to talk about with the WWE Championship situation. What? Because Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are feuding with Lashley. There's a draft coming up. Big E is Mr. Money in the Bank. Ring any bells? When the draft happens after SummerSlam, or maybe even tonight on Raw, Big E shows up because when you Mr. Money in the Bank, you can cash in on any champion. He says, I'm cashing on you. And even though it probably won't be a proper cash in since Big E is a babyface, we get Lashley versus Big E at SummerSlam, where Big E becomes the WWE champion. Because if the rumours are true and Brock Lesnar isn't coming back, and instead the plan is for Goldberg versus Lashley at SummerSlam, I'd rather get Big E versus Lashley with Big E coming out top. This whole feud for the past month with Kofi and Xavier Woods, there wouldn't just be a blockbuster for Lashley to do, it would tie into his big summer program. So that's what they 100% should do.
Yeah, I agree that they should do that, because if Goldberg comes back, I feel like he should definitely be the one fighting Roman Reigns. They are meant to fight at, not last WrestleMania, but the one before that.
Just keep Goldberg away from the championship, please. I can't do it anymore.
For the love of God.
Can't we just do Goldberg versus The Fiend in a non-title match where The Fiend gets his win back?
I would love that. If The Fiend interrupted him and then The Fiend went to fight Roman, maybe?
Well, we'll see. Anyway, we cruised by this because I've not got long. So we have got the main event, which was the Universal Championship. Edge versus Roman Reigns. You knew this match would be fire. It was probably match of the night, tied with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. What did you think of this phenomenal piece?
I love this match. It was so good. Although obviously we did see the Seth stuff coming from a mile off on pretty much everyone.
Yeah, I think everyone saw that Seth Rollins was going to get involved from a mile off, from this teasing on SmackDown for the past month, from literally the interview they had before the match. You knew that Edge wasn't winning and Seth was getting involved, but it was still great.
Yeah, it was good, yeah. But I might start doing what I was going to talk about now, because when it's come to Roman stuff, it feels like the people he's been fighting, though they have been quite legitimate people, it just doesn't feel like he's been fighting people to like the standard of, because Edge is a part-timer, right? Like, I love him and everything, but there was no way that we see him with the championship. I know John Cena's going to Raw, but if he was to fight for that championship, he's going to win. If he fights Goldberg, he isn't going to win. His matches just seem to be quite predictable, which obviously are understandable because you want to make it when he actually wins look quite surprising, but I don't know what it is about it. I just feel like he needs to fight some people that like deserve the shot more than like time is just being like, well, I want another world championship reign or something like that.
See, this was the right. Obviously, Edge is more of a better card type than say Goldberg and Lesnar. They don't just show up 2 times and that's it. At least when he's in a program, he's there every single week, like, and then he takes a bit of a break. Edge is going to continue being on SmackDown probably every week until his SummerSlam match with Seth Rollins, which is definitely happening. And then he'll probably go away a bit to probably some Survivor Series and maybe come back then. That's what Edge is like. That's why I like Edge as a character right now. But yeah, this match was great. Eventually the ref did get knocked out. The Usos tried to come out. Rey and Dominic took them out. So that's carrying on that program. Then Seth Rollins came out. He attempted to get rid of Edge, failed, came back, attacked Edge, and that caused Roman Reigns to hit the spear. 1, 2, 3. Reigns wins this really good program with Edge, and is still the Universal Champion. Just.
Oh boy.
This was great. And then after, Edge chased Seth Rollins out the arena, and just when you thought the show was going to go off, because I was completely knackered at this point, Roman Reigns grabs the microphone and is like, acknowledge me as a tribal chief. And then, out he came, John Cena. I mean, I was expecting this, and I think many people were expecting it, but I think more people were expecting it to happen on SmackDown because they like to do big returns on TV to get the ratings, but they didn't. They did it on pay-per-view, which I think was very different and very surprising for WWE, and I really think this is going to be a good program. So anyway, John Cena is going to Raw, but I do think he'll probably be on both shows for a bit. He'll probably go on Raw tonight because they want the ratings. Then he'll go over to SmackDown, have the SummerSlam program with Roman Reigns, then maybe take a break and go back to Raw to feud with someone else, and they'll probably have him around for a bit. Don't know how long he's around for, but they've brought him back. He'll definitely be here until SummerSlam at least. He'll probably be playing the downfall of Roman Reigns in some way, shape or form. Even if Reigns and Cena do have that match, I still do think Reigns comes out on top, honestly. But we'll see. Obviously the draft is also coming up. But anyway, that has been my review and Dan's for Money in the Bank. It was a really good show. And yeah, thank you for watching. He's been Daniel123. I've been Vince Soto. See you whenever. Update video will come out probably sometime this week. Bye.
Bye bye.